What is going on, boys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we'll be going over my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Byrnndi World. So this will be a great Colosseum if you still need a 2-time shooter, but if you don't have the new Stronghold Ace, or if you want to keep yours unevolved and use the original Stronghold Ace for Orb Block. Alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about Byrnndi World as a unit, and we'll talk about why he's awesome and all the cool things about him. So first off, he's a shooter-driven unit with 3 sockets, and he's going to have at max HP, 1,990 HP, and 1,483 attack. Very, very high attack. He's going to max out at 170 recovery. His captain ability is boost the attack of shooters by 1x, and if you do defeat an enemy in the previous turn, increase the attack boost slightly, stacks up to 10 times for a maximum boost of 3.25. Typically, you're not going to be using this character as a captain, but you will be using this character as a sub. His sailor ability is going to be boost his own attack by 100 when he's limit broken, and if this character is the last character to attack in the chain, giving him a very high stat increase there. Now, his special ability is going to be really why you're going to farm this unit, and he's going to deal 25 times the character attack in int damage to one enemy and reduce Crew's HP by 50%. That part's not so great, but he's also going to boost attack of shooters by 2 times, which is actually a very, very useful character to have in your arsenal because a 2-time shooter booster is great. He's also going to have the Enrage limit break as well as barrier penetration as limit break, making him a great character. So if you do lower your own HP on a shooter team, giving him that nice little Enrage boost. Unfortunately, the Enrage boost is only going to max him out at 100 extra attack, so you're not going to get too much out of it, but you are going to be able to ignore barriers if your HP is above 50%, which is okay, but seeing how your HP can yourself, you're going to be below 50%, so you're not really going to be able to use the barrier penetration if you use a special. So that part's kind of counterintuitive. I don't really get that part about it, but overall, he's a good unit. He's still a good unit to this day if you do need him for a shooter type booster, and you do not want to use Stronghold Ace. I think there's only 3 2-time shooter boosters in the game. There's Colosseum Byrnndi World, there's Stronghold Ace, and then the only one that doesn't reduce your HP is going to be the limited rare recruit Aokiji, I believe. But everybody else reduces your HP, which is weird, and I don't get why, but I guess that's the way it's going to go. Alright guys, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the teams. The first team of the day that we're going to be running here is going to be the team I wanted to run the most, and it was a V2 Doffy team. It was really funny that that loading screen actually takes super long. I was there for so long. And the team I'm running with this V2 Doffy team is actually really, really nice if you put together all the other characters that you need. Now, the problem is on the Boa stage, since you can delay, there are a lot of conditions you can bring, and try to figure out what you can bring is nice, but there's like, trying to bring the correct affinity for everything is kind of difficult. And making sure you have enough ore boosters, type boosters, and everything else, as well as the bind reducer is actually kind of tricky. So that's why I have Judge in this team. He's actually here strictly as a bind reducer. If you wanted to use somebody else as a bind reducer, that would work perfectly fine. I try to use Pika and work around and try to figure out replacements for this team. But unfortunately, it's actually kind of difficult to make a team that removes all the buffs and then get all the buffs you need to kill Boa with this specific strategy in mind. You don't need this team at all to clear this, but it definitely helped out that I had this team. So we're gonna go ahead and just clear this out real quick, and you can see the burst turn with the burst turn on this with orb boost, type boost, and conditional is actually pretty decent. So definitely a nice thing. And we also get locked at 2 times chain locks, which is kind of annoying, but we do get a decent chunk here, so about a 20 million hit on Byrnndi World. The next team we're going to be running here is going to be a Judge squad, and we're going to just run this whole thing with no specials, so I just sped the whole thing up because we're just auto-attacking all the way through. And it's actually really, really strong. It was way stronger than I anticipated. And it was actually how I farmed the rest of the day. So I tried to get Byrnndi World sockets, and this is the team I actually used to farm because I didn't have to stall, and I just blew through the whole thing, and it was just brain dead farming. And it was literally like impossible to lose unless you did something really, really dumb, which is nice. I think the only time I lost is when I got Judd, or what's his name, Byrnndi World below 30% or whatever it is, so that he actually does a death hit on you. I think I died once just because I messed up and like missed completely. But that was the only time I died. The next team of the day is going to be a V2 Fuji team, and this team I totally fucked up on ores and I forgot to pop the ore special, so we didn't get a perfect Intalk special, but we did kill the boss in one turn, so that was really great. But I could have done more damage with my Intalk had I actually remembered to pop a special, but I forgot. What's really nice about the slasher team here is that when you have Kairos and Sanji, this wild Sanji, it actually gives you 7 turns of bind removal, because Kairos removes 2 turns of bind and wild Sanji removes 2 turns of bind, but you can't get the chain lock from wild Sanji. I just used it as a bind reducer, which is actually pretty fun. So I didn't actually realize I was going to get that kind of mechanic with him, so that was great. Unfortunately, with the V2 Fuji here, I actually do kill a decent amount of the ads, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. I mean, I actually didn't even have the ore special up here, so I was like, dang. If I had actually had that stalled long enough to have that ore special up, that would have been great. So good, great, perfect here, and then I hit 2 perfects, bam, 1, and then the second one here, boom. And I did about 1.7 million damage. Wasn't a ton of damage. Pop the Intalk special and then pop V2 Fuji to finish it out. But you unfortunately can't delay Byrnndi World, so it does take 1 turn to kill him. But you know, I wish you could have popped the special. It would have been nicer. The next team of the day is going to be a Nekomamushi team, and we're doing this kind of global friendly, well, almost global friendly. We got V2 Barto here, but whatever. I mean, 6+ Barto, no one really cares. You're not really going to use him that often, but I just wanted to bring him because I didn't really have anybody else to bring. Overall, this is a very, very easy team. Definitely a recommended team if you were going to be farming this and you just had strikers. Really easy team to pull out. There's not super difficulty on this at all. And you can actually get through this with just popping one of the Neko specials here. I just decided to pop both to make my life a little bit easier, and so I didn't have to worry about Boa at all. At this point of the day, I didn't actually know what Boa did, so I kind of said screw it. And if I had actually popped a Barto special here, I probably would have been able to just instantly kill her and then kill her ads in the second turn, so I wouldn't have to worry about anything. But, you know, I messed up. The next team that we're running here is going to be a Sengoku team, and this was the most requested team of the day. I literally was spammed in chat for like almost 35-40 minutes here, and people were like, Sengoku, 6+ Sengoku, oh my god, gotta see 6+ Sengoku. So they wouldn't stop leaving me alone and badgering me. So I made a 6+ Sengoku team, and I made it so it was Striker, Cerebral, and Powerhouse, so I could actually use easy ship to get everything matching. And I have Pudding here for orbs, not for the chain lock reduction, and I have the Makino here for orbs. And funnily enough, they both give full board orbs, which is really great. And the toughest part of this whole place is the boa, and I realized like going into the first stage, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna I gotta whack her as hard as I can. Hopefully we'll kill her in 2 turns, and then we'll get to the next stage. I have to kill the boss in like just a couple turns and hope for the best. It's actually a really close fight, and I'm very scared the whole time I'm doing this. So I hope you guys enjoy the team. The next team of the day is going to be a Lucci team with V2 Doffy, not V2, free-to-play subs. And this team was requested because a lot of people were looking for global-friendly Lucci teams so that they could just do this content right now on global. It's a really simple team. You actually don't need any of the subs. Most of the subs here are just, you know, because I wanted to throw them in. Mihawk is not needed, Kizaru is not needed, and Doffy is obviously not needed. But I decided to bring in Colosseum Lucci just as the most optimal unit I could think of, and put it all free to play subs because I just couldn't think of anybody better to bring. So it doesn't matter what team you use, what characters you use beyond that. I'm basically using those guys as beat sticks. If you want to use a bind reducer, that's fine. If you don't want to use a bind reducer, that's fine. I mean, the Lucci has a multiplier higher enough to just make really short work of this content. You don't actually have to try. And the next team of the day we're going to be running is going to be a 6+ Croc and V2 Rayleigh team. And I was like little fingers crossed on this team because when I brought the Kuma, I didn't realize the Kuma healed. So a better character to bring instead of the Kuma is actually 3-day 2 Ainami because then you won't actually get a heal. And healing is actually bad on this team because you're trying to stay low HP, not higher HP, because that'll give you more damage. But it doesn't really matter that much, and it's only a 20% heal, so I'm not going up like leaps and bounds. So I'm also kind of being a dork here because Kuma has a chance to kill everybody in the field. It's the Shiryu mechanic, so just know that you have some fun with this team and you can actually do some cool stuff. And overall, the damage on this team is actually phenomenal.
Control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
The next team we're going to be running today is going to be a version 1 Marco, like OG Legend Marco team with all legends. And this is actually a very tough team because you get HP cut by 80% at the start of the fight. So it's actually one of the hardest teams I ran today, and it took me 3 attempts to beat it. And it was actually like a really, really difficult team to work around because of getting your HP back up, trying to work around all the other mechanics and everything, and having type disadvantage on the hardest stage for you, which is the stage 3, and then not having perfect captains here. So it gets a little tricky, and definitely is an interesting team. But once you try to properly do the team, it's not too bad. The next team we're running for Colosseum Byrnndi World is going to be a V2 Lucci team, and this team, it was just requested to put up a Lucci team or a powerhouse team, so I said, sure, why not? And it's the same as every other V2 Lucci team and powerhouse team. You just throw in a bunch of units and just hope for the best, right? You Boa Sisters plus Fuji plus whatever else you want, and you're done, right? And it was really funny. I brought Carrot because Carrot just actually does nothing because you can't use her chain lock. It's really funny. Ooh. But overall, just bring whatever you want. It's fine. And the next to be running here is going to be a Treasure Mode Ace and a Luffy Ace combination, where we'll be running with the new Bonney and showing off the new Bonney as a Free Spirit team. And this new Bonney, if you didn't know, is a 10-turn bind reducer. She's actually perfect for Free Spirit teams because she's like the utility remover for a lot of different mechanics. She's like Mancherry, except with more different types of paralysis and other things that you can get rid of. So definitely a very, very useful character to have in your team. And she does get rid of silence on herself, so that's really nice because she also gets rid of silence. So definitely a very, very good character to have in your arsenal. And she's the best utility unit for Free Spirit in the game. The next team we'll be running here is going to be a 6+ Barto team, and someone actually just asked me to make a 6+ Barto team hybrid team because they really wanted to see what 6+ Barto could do without like using a V2 Doffy or using a Lucci. And I said sure, that's fine. You can use a lot of different teams with this, and it's actually a very, very intuitive team when you're running it, and it doesn't feel like it's like underpowered. It doesn't feel like it's like one area is too strong. You don't feel like you're just totally dying. And what's really nice is that this Limit Rare Kokobi, if you do ever pull him, he actually completely removes bind in the character. So if you ever get a character bound for a large amount of turns, then you can just use Limit Rare Kokobi to completely remove bind in one character. That's really, really helpful for certain content like this, where you need a high turn bind remover. And the final team we're running today is going to be a Lucci team with the Bonney and V2 Doffy. Just somebody asked me to use V2 Doffy on a team with the Bonney, and also asked me to use Lucci with the new V2 Doffy, because they didn't understand why you would ever use V2 Doffy as a sub. So I decided to put it in the video to show you, hey, this is what you can do with V2 Doffy sub on a Lucci team. This is one of the reasons why I like V2 Doffy as one of the best characters in the game. And this new limited record Bonney can also work on a Luffy team, so you can see it here for utility. This is amazing, just as a unit. And I'm using Mihawk because I just needed a quick unit and I couldn't figure out who to bring. So it works out in the end. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Byrnndi World. My name is Sekapoko, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack the like button down below or above if you want. Wait, the like button's only down below. Oopsie. And the subscribe button above or below, and if you want to get notifications on all my videos, hit the bell notification right next to it so you get notifications every time I drop a video. If you do want to check out the last 2 videos, they're right over there, so please go and check those out if you do want to see them. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace.